Among the 40 dragonlord families, House Targaryen was respected but far from the most powerful. Their lands were modest, their dragons were few compared to the great houses of the Freehold, and little suggested they would one day outlive every rival. The head of the family was Lord Aegon Targaryen. Unlike many dragonlords consumed by politics and rivalry, Aegon governed his household quietly, unaware that history was about to place an unimaginable decision before him. Among Aegon's children was his daughter, Daenys. Quiet, intelligent and observant, she would later become known throughout history as Daenys the Dreamer. The blood of Old Valyria carried many mysteries. Throughout history, members of House Targaryen would occasionally experience prophetic dreams, visions that seemed to reveal events before they happened. Daenys would become the first known Targaryen whose dream changed the fate of the entire family. One night, Daenys experienced a dream unlike anything she had ever seen. Fire consumed the Freehold, mountains erupted, dragons vanished into clouds of ash. The greatest civilization in history disappeared beneath flame and smoke. The surviving books do not describe the exact contents of Daenys' dream. The images shown here are an artistic reconstruction inspired by the prophecy recorded in the lore. When Daenys awoke, the terror did not fade with the morning. She believed every moment of the dream had been real. Refusing to ignore what she had seen, she went to her father, Lord Aegon Targaryen, and described the destruction in vivid detail. Most would have dismissed such a dream as fear or imagination. But Aegon did not. Whether because of his daughter's conviction or his own instincts, he chose to believe her. It was a decision that would change the history of the world. Quietly and without fanfare, House Targaryen began gathering everything they could carry. Dragons, servants, treasures, books, dragon eggs, and generations of knowledge were prepared for a journey that few understood. To the other dragon lords, the departure seemed unnecessary. Some may have questioned why House Targaryen abandoned the greatest civilization ever built. None imagined they would never see them again. The surviving histories do not record how the other noble families reacted to House Targaryen's departure. Across the narrow sea, House Targaryen settled upon the volcanic island fortress of Dragonstone. Far from the heart of the Freehold, they built a new home while the empire they had left behind continued as though nothing had changed. Far from the splendor of Valyria, House Targaryen began a new life upon Dragonstone. The ancient fortress was smaller, quieter, and isolated from the politics of the Freehold. Though built by Valyrian hands centuries earlier, it felt like the edge of the known world. Here, the Targaryens waited, trusting that Daenys' warning had not come in vain. Across the narrow sea, life within the Freehold carried on as it always had. Dragonlords gathered in council, merchants filled the harbors, and dragons soared above the capital. No sign warned of the catastrophe that lay only years away. To nearly everyone, Valyria seemed as eternal as the mountains themselves. 12 years passed without disaster. As each year slipped by, Daenys' prophecy may have seemed less believable. Yet House Targaryen never returned to Valyria. Whether out of caution or conviction, they remained upon Dragonstone, waiting as history quietly approached its turning point. On the mainland, another ordinary day began. Merchants opened their stalls, dragonlords attended their duties, ships entered the harbors, and dragons took to the skies above the 14 flames. No one knew they were witnessing the final peaceful morning the Freehold would ever see. Before the sun would set, the greatest civilization the world had ever known would cease to exist. Fire would erupt from the earth, mountains would shatter, dragons would fall from the sky, and an empire that had endured for centuries would vanish beneath ash and flame. Only one dragonlord family stood beyond the reach of the coming catastrophe. The Doom of Valyria was about to begin. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed exploring the history and legends of Old Valyria and beyond, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for the next epic story.